Hi, babe. Just want to let you know that I'm done at work. I'm on my way home now. It's been a long day, but I'm looking forward to seeing you. Didn't you say you had the day off today?
Hi, Mark. I've already prepared dinner for us.
Yeah,
Today is my day off from both part-time jobs, so I had some time to cook.
That's sweet of you. But did you get to relax at all today? You know, you don't have to work so hard all the time.
yeah,
Today was the first time in a while that I've had the whole day off. It was nice to get a chance to really relax. I'm always working these days. It's a shame I'll have to go back to work tomorrow.
I'm glad you got to unwind a little bit. Are you doing okay, though? Like, in general?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't I be okay?
I mean, I know you have the day off today. But you've been working at least 2 jobs almost every day. I just thought that it must be tired.
Oh, thanks for worrying about me. I'm totally fine, though. You don't need to worry, Mark.
Well, it's just that you said you wanted to be a housewife when we got married. I thought you didn't want to work anymore. But lately, you've just started working so much again. I mean, it's fine if that's what you want. But you don't have to work so hard all the time. I worry about you. You don't have to do this if you don't want to.
aw,
Thanks for caring for me. I guess that's true. I didn't want to jump back then. But I want to put in the effort. It's not just about today. It's about our future together.
Even if that's true, you don't really have to work this much, do you? I'm making more than enough for the both of us to live off. Please don't overwork yourself, Olivia.
Thank you for saying that, Mark. I'm grateful that you worked so hard for us, for our family. I never have to worry about money because of you.
Well, then you don't need to overwork yourself so much, right?
I just thought that I shouldn't be taking advantage of you. I wasn't making any money before. We might have a baby to take care of soon, too. What would happen if you got sick and couldn't work anymore?
Well, I guess. I can't guarantee that that won't happen, but
Exactly. The thing is, we can't predict the future. If that happened, wouldn't it be better? If I was already working, we wouldn't need to scramble for an income. And I'd like to save up a little if I can, too, just in case. It would be better for both of us that way, right?
I guess it can never hurt to have a little bit saved up. I've actually been saving some money, too. I also have some investments and I've been putting some money into stocks. I mean, I'm glad if you can save up some money as well. Thank you, Olivia. I just don't want you to burn yourself out. We're a team, and we'll get through everything together.
No problem. So don't worry about it anymore. I can handle it. I want to pull a little weight for our family too, you know?
I guess I can't object when you put it like that.
Thanks for understanding.
I understand, Olivia. I still think you should rethink the way you're going about it, though. If you keep going like this, I think it could be bad for your health. You're just working too many hours that wouldn't be good for a baby either. If you got hurt, I mean,
I probably can't right away, but I was already planning on decreasing my hours once things calm down at work. Don't worry.
I really think that's best. That way, I won't have to worry as much either. I've really been upset about how much stress you're under. Oh, by the way, can I ask you one more thing? I was going to bring this up yesterday, but I forgot.
What is it? Is something wrong? Is it something you didn't want to bring up?
No, it's just that yesterday, you came home a little late, didn't you? I was going to ask you when you got home, but I never did because you weren't home until later. It just lit my mind. What did that big envelope address to you end up being? The one that came, I guess, a month ago now.
Oh, that wasn't anything special. Last month, I had just started applying for jobs, remember? I had to submit my own background check for the place. I guess in some places you do it yourself, as long as the results you submit to your employer are in a sealed envelope when you hand it. I don't really get it, but I did as I was told. So don't worry about it.
Oh, I see. That's good then. Well, I'm going to get home soon. So see you in a little bit.
I'll warm up the dinner. See you soon.
After a few weeks, Mark got a message from Amanda, who is Olivia's mom.
Sorry to interrupt you while you're at work, but it's pretty important. So I'd like you to respond as soon as you can. We need to talk.
Hello, Amanda. What's the matter? I don't think you've ever been the one to message me before. Sorry, I'm in the meeting right now, so I can't talk at the moment. Can we text instead?
Well, I just thought it would be better since you're at work right now. I didn't want to trouble you with the call. By the way, how are things at your job? Is everything running smoothly? No problems?
My job is going fine. Thank you for asking.
Are things really going so great right now?
Yes, I think so. Things are great right now. After all, Olivia's also been working hard lately. I don't have to worry as much about work as I did when I was single now. I can be more relaxed at work. Is there something wrong?
It might be embarrassing, but I'm just going to come out and say it. You haven't gotten a pay cut or anything lately? Be honest with me.
No, nothing like that happened. I'm totally fine at my job. Actually, I got a raise this year. It's all thanks to Olivia. I would be much more stressed out without her. I don't think I would have been able to accomplish anything special at work.
You really got a raise? Then tell me why things have come to this. Why are you treating my daughter this way?
Wait! What do you mean by that? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't you play dumb with me? Yesterday, Olivia came to me in tears, begging to borrow $8,000. Can you explain why she needed that much money? Why aren't you giving her enough money to live off? You should be able to support her.
$8,000? I had no idea she asked you for money. What do you mean she doesn't have enough to live off?
Well, I heard that she's working so hard because you don't even give her enough money to pay for her daily expenses. So she asked me to cover her food and everything for the time being.
I assure you, we're not in any financial trouble. I still have my job, and we're managing well. I don't understand. I don't think that I'm doing anything.
How could you say that? You go and make my daughter cry, and now you won't take any responsibility? You should be ashamed of yourself.
But I've been giving Olivia more than enough every month. I thought that would go to our living expenses. She's the one who buys the food and everything. To be honest, I'm giving her $4,000 a month to handle everything that needs to be paid for in regards to living expenses.
You're giving her that much every month? That's right. You said that you worked in finance, didn't you? I suppose you might make enough to afford it.
Yes, I'm fortunate enough to be able to afford it with my salary.
If you're telling the truth, that would make what my daughter said to me a lie. Then why would she come to me asking for such a large amount? I can't help but worry about her.
I'm not sure, Amanda. Olivia has 2 part-time jobs, and she never mentioned anything about needing money urgently. She's been handling her finances well.
I don't understand. It doesn't make sense for her to ask for money if you both are doing fine. Is there something she's not telling us?
I'm as confused as you are, Amanda. I will talk to her about this as soon as I get home today. We need to find out what's going on.
Look, before she married you, Olivia would never keep in contact with me. I'm grateful that that's changed because of you've been a great son-in-law. But this is a different story. I can't just believe you. It would be hard for me to accept that my own daughter lied to me about something so important.
I understand. You don't have to take my word for it. If you can't believe me, I can send you my bank statements.
No, if you're willing to be that open about it, I can believe you. I'm sorry for accusing you of lying. I didn't mean to offend you.
It's fine. Thank you for believing me.
I'm more concerned about what could be going on with Olivia. Something might have happened that she felt she couldn't tell me about. I hope she's all right.
Well, about that. Lately, there have been some strange things going on with Olivia.
Like what?
Like I said, she suddenly started working multiple jobs at once even though she wasn't working before. And on top of that, letters from strangers addressed to her keep coming in the mail. I thought it was really strange that she hasn't said anything to me about it.
That is strange. I understand the situation. But if you tend to ask her, don't tell her about $8,000. She wants me to keep a secret. I'll leave it up to you, Mark.
A day after.
Sorry, it's so late, Mark. I wish I could spend more time with you at home. I'm coming home now. Have you eaten dinner yet? If not, I can pick something up on the way.
No. That's fine. I already ate. I hope you had a good day at work today.
Thank you. I did. I hope work went well for you, too. I'll just stop by the store and head home.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, things are actually going pretty well. Take your time. I just made some pasta, there's a little left, there's enough sauce. You can pick up a couple of side dishes while you're at the store.
Okay, I'll do that anyways. I'm so tired. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep as soon as I get home.
Okay, I don't mean to go and bring up how much you work and everything again. But is there some reason you need to work this hard? Did you want to buy something? If you tell me what it is, I could buy it for you.
I already told you. I'm saving for our future, you don't need to worry about it.
Well, that's fine if that's really what's going on. I just hope you aren't forcing yourself to work this hard. Anyways, another letter for you came today, you know.
Oh, again? Really? I'll take a look when I get back. So just leave it for now.
I can leave it for you if that's what you want. Why are you getting letters from a lawyer? I'm a little bit worried about it.
What? Did you read my mail without my permission?
No, I didn't read it. I didn't even open it. You don't have to open a letter to see the return address. Sorry if I crossed the line. Can you explain what this letter was about?
Well, do you remember that I met a car accident recently?
I thought it was no big deal, right? We've already solved and paid for the car repaired.
It was settled already, but some kind of post-accident reports. The letter must be related to that, I think. So, don't worry about it. I can deal with it.
Why didn't you just say that from the start? You have me all worried about it. If anything serious ever happens, please let me know. I'm here for you.
Oh, I suppose so. Thank you, I will.
After a few weeks, a stranger suddenly sends a message to Mark.
Hello, Mark. This is Alex.
Excuse me. I haven't known any Alex. Do I know you?
You're right. We never met before. But I know your wife, and I wanted to talk to you about something important.
How do you know my wife, Olivia?
It's a long story, Mark. I'd rather discuss it in person, Mark. It's sensitive information, and I think it's best if we meet face to face. She is hiding something from you.
Sorry, I'm curious. But I don't know if I can trust you or not. Can you give me more details?
I know about the $8,000 she borrowed, and I believe you deserve to know what's going on.
The $8,000? Okay, I admit I'm curious. But I need to be cautious as well. How do I know you're not trying to scam me?
I completely understand your concern. That's why I suggested meeting in person. We can meet at a public place, like a hospital. It's out of town, so it'll be neutral ground. I also want you to meet another one as well.
All right, I'll consider it. But just to clarify, you're not demanding any money from me, right?
No, I promise you, I'm not after any money. I just want to share the information with you, and then you can decide how to handle it. It's about Olivia, and I think you have the right to know.
I'm intrigued and worried at the same time. All right, let me discuss this with Olivia first. If she's okay with it, we can arrange a meeting.
I don't think letting Olivia know first is a good idea. But it's up to you. Just let me know when you're ready to meet, and we can proceed from there.
HM, let me think about it and let you know later.
A week later.
Mark, when did you say you were going to get home today again? I already made dinner for us.
Oh, sorry. I don't think that I'll be able to come back home tonight after all.
What do you mean? Did something happen at work?
No, I just went to meet with someone. I'm out of town, so I'm probably going to have to stay here for the night.
Out of town? Why? Who did you go to meet?
Your ex-husband.
Wait. What do you mean? I don't have any ex-husband. This is my first marriage.
He's right here in front of me, Olivia. Do you think lying like that would fool me in this situation? I've also met your son as well.
So I guess you really are there with them, then.
I was pretty surprised when I found out about your ex. But even then, I never would have thought that you even had a baby you were hiding. It seems like your ex is taking really good care of him.
I see, but how the hell did you find out about my ex-husband? Did you really open all envelopes?
No, I didn't read it. It had your ex's name and current address. I came here to see what was going on. And he contacted me as well.
Oh gosh. You invaded my privacy even for a married couple.
I know that you went and lied to your mom in order to borrow $8,000. That's totally out of line. I had to find out what happened.
Well, I mean, something came up and I had nowhere else to turn.
I know what came up. You haven't been paying your child support. You haven't even made one payment, have you? Because of you, your ex's life is falling apart. He's gone into debt.
No way. He never said anything to me. Wouldn't I know if something was wrong?
Please. He's just been holding back because he didn't want to disturb you in your new life. You obviously didn't want to get involved.
I can't believe he acts like he's the victim. He suddenly starts issuing his demand for all the missed payments in full. And he goes and says that if I don't pay, he's considering his legal options to collect by force.
If that's the case, and if he didn't bother you about it before, then didn't you consider he must have had a reason for demanding payment? Things are really bad here. Did you even read what his letter said?
Of course, I did. Then, so what? His son is sick and he needs money for the treatment.
His son? Well, you can see why he needs the child support, can't you? It's not like your ex-husband has done anything wrong. He needs the money for your son. He might die if he can't have the procedure.
So I have to pay him just because he hasn't done anything? I've been living my own life since marrying you. We're happy together. That marriage is over. The baby is just a thorn in my side.
A thorn in your side? How can you talk that way about your own baby?
We got divorced right after he was born. He's basically a stranger to me. Anyway, I got the $8,000 for him. Is that enough?
But that's just because you wanted to avoid legal action. You didn't do it because you care about your son.
I ended up paying child support. What more could you ask for? This should be a problem between me and my ex-husband. It's none of your business.
You're right, but I can't ignore what you've done this time. I can't believe your behavior. I want a divorce. I can't be married to someone like you anymore.
Why makes you think that? Are you mad that I didn't tell you about my ex? Or the kid? Do you want me to apologize for that or something?
I don't care about that. I'm not the one with the problem here. I knew you didn't deserve to be a mother the second you were able to say that without any trace of guilt. What a horrible thing to say. On top of that, you never paid child support, as if you don't care what happens to your son. If you tell me about your past with the right attitude, I would support you to solve the problem with all my best.
But it's only because we were divorced. And we are not divorced, Mark.
Oh, great! So to rephrase that, if we ended up getting divorced, you wouldn't take care of our kids and would stop loving them. Is that what you're trying to say?
You know, that's not what I meant.
You care about yourself more than your son. If you really did care at all about your son, you could have told me the truth. I would have helped you make the payments. We can afford it. You had no reason to lie to your mom like you did. She would have helped you too. You brought all this on yourself with your own lies and heartlessness. You need to—
You really are such a useless daughter-in-law. What purpose does your presence serve in this household? I can't fathom why my son chose to marry someone like you.
What did I do wrong this time? I'm currently occupied with work, so I have limited time for conversation.
Quit using work as a justification. Your earnings are hardly substantial, if at all. You ought to show some gratitude for being allowed to reside here despite your modest income. It would be helpful if you could contribute more by assisting with the household chores occasionally. I find it surprising that I am solely responsible for all the household tasks lately, considering our relationship as mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
I truly appreciate all the efforts you're putting in for our well-being. Still, I've helped you out whenever I've had the time. I contribute to the household chores diligently every day upon returning from work. I understand that on certain occasions I have to work overtime and cannot assist with the household tasks due to my professional commitments. I'm putting in my utmost effort, so I would prefer if you didn't speak to me in such a manner.
I really don't like how you talk back to me like this. Stop being so arrogant to know your place.
I didn't mean to offend you if I did. I was just telling you the truth about my situation.
I just feel so sorry for Daniel. He really did choose the wrong woman. There were so many more better options for a beautiful guy like him.
That's a little offensive, isn't it? I don't think he thinks that way about me at all. We both decided that we're both going to work even after getting married, and that we're both going to do the housework. There are times when I'm busier than him. I can't be doing the housework all the time. If you really need help with the housework, then you should be asking him as well. Why don't you ask him at all? You always pick on me even though you should know that I'm busy.
You really don't understand it all, do you? Are you seriously trying to make your husband do all the housework for you?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he should help out from time to time. It's not fair right now because I do so much housework even though we both work full-time jobs.
Your entire thought process is just wrong. You shouldn't be making your man have to do any of the housework. Try to change the way you think.
We actually managed to share the housework pretty evenly before we moved in with you. You've been complaining so much that it's been difficult to balance things evenly between us. How about we try to get along and figure out how we can split up the workload evenly?
Sorry, but I declined.
Would you please think about it? I'm really doing my best to make sure that everyone's happy. I want to try to get along with you seeing as we live with each other. I don't like having to argue with you every single day. Could we please try to get along?
I'm getting very stressed these days having to argue and correct your mistakes all the time. I don't think that I can stand being around you any longer.
I had no idea that you felt that way about me.
You had no idea? You really are kind of obtuse, aren't you? It annoys me that you barely do any of the housework even though you're a wife. I've been doing the housework every single day since I got married. I don't understand how you can't do the same. Who do you think you are?
Well, times have changed now. It's no longer a given that the wife does all the housework. We're in very different situations as well. I'm working a full-time job. Please try to understand that there are some differences between us. Let's just try to get along.
I just thought of a great way to solve all of this.
A way to solve this? Great! What's the idea?
Yeah, it's perfect. I'm not going to be stressed because of you anymore.
That would be great for both of us. Would you let me know what your plan is?
You'll find out soon enough. Look forward to it because it's such a great idea.
Can you not tell me now?
No, I need some time to prepare.
Okay, I'll look forward to it then.
A few days later.
Hey, Katie, you have a business trip planned this weekend, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to be gone for a couple of days. What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to double check with you just in case.
I have all the dates on my schedule written down on the calendar. Also, could you talk to your mom for me?
About what?
You know that we don't get along that well with each other. She told me that she thought of an idea to solve our problems. She still hasn't told me what the idea is, and now she's not replying to any of my texts. I'm a little worried because she's ignoring me completely.
I see.
Wait, what? Is that all you're going to say? Please, would you try to help me out? You know that we both work full-time jobs and that I don't have that much free time. She's trying to force me to do all the housework, but that's just not possible. I think it's unfair that I'm the only one she's forcing to help with the housework. You should do some housework too. How do you feel about this problem?
Would you please stop trying to involve me in your problems? This has nothing to do with me.
What did you just say?
I'm your husband. I am a man and I really don't want to have to get involved in a fight between two women. You guys need to solve this yourselves. Please leave me out of this and not mention this to me ever again. I'm already stressed working my job. I don't need any extra problems to solve.
How could you say that to me? I'm also working a full-time job. I'm stressed out too. It's your mom and your wife. You need to help us solve this problem.
Yeah, I know that she's my mom. I told you I don't want to get involved in pointless arguments. My dad doesn't get involved in any of these arguments, right? I'm going to do the same thing as him and stay out of this.
You can't just pretend that this isn't your problem as well. You are the one that convinced me to move in with your family. You have a responsibility to at least try to make her get along with me. I was the one that got us this house that we could all live in. This is the least you can do for me.
You really need to calm down. Stop getting so worked up about such a small problem. You need to relax or you're going to get even uglier.
I've had enough now. I can't believe you're not going to try to help me out.
This isn't my problem. Why should I help you out? I hope you enjoy your business trip. I really don't mind you being gone for a long time. There's no need to be in a rush to come home.
I'm going on a work trip. It's not a vacation. Still, it's some precious time that I'll have by myself. I'll make sure to use it to try to relax.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. We're going to enjoy our time without you in the house too.
Okay, fine. I really don't like how you're treating me right now. I think we need to have a talk too. Please make some time for us to have a serious conversation when I get back. There's some serious problems in our relationship too. I am not happy at all.
Final day of the business trip.
There is no longer a place for you to live in this house.
What did you just say? I was surprised to receive a message from you all of a sudden.
I hope that you enjoy your life on the streets. You are officially homeless as of today.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Would you please explain to me what's going on?
There's nothing for me to explain. It's exactly as I just said. You'll understand what's happening once you come home. I guess it's not your home anymore, though. We sold the house, so it's no longer our property.
You're joking, right?
I'm not joking at all. We sold the house while you were gone on your business trip. All of us moved into a new place without you. That's why I'm telling you that you have no place to live. I hope that you enjoy your life as a homeless woman on the streets.
Are you serious about all of this? I don't think it was a very smart thing to do.
What are you talking about? This fixes all the problems that we've been having. Today we're going on a family vacation and staying in a nice hotel. We're planning to move into our new place tomorrow. We've already hired a moving company to deliver all our belongings to our new place.
So you guys have planned this all out then? You're not at your new place yet, right?
No, not yet. It took us a little longer than we planned because we had to wait for you to go on a business trip. I told Daniel that we didn't have to keep this a secret. It kind of seemed like he was a little scared of you. I hope he can live stress-free now that you're not living with us.
So he was involved in this plan of yours as well then? That's why he kept on checking with me about my business trip. He kept on asking me the exact times I would leave and come back. This was all planned out by all of you guys.
Of course we planned this together. We're a family after all. You're the only one that I don't consider as family. We sold off the house on the day you left for your business trip. There's no place for you to go home to now. Enjoy your miserable life on the streets.
Thanks for letting me know at least. I'm sure I'll be so much happier without you guys anyway. Yeah, we feel the same way too. Never show your face in front of us ever again. That's it. Goodbye.
The next day.
Would you please answer the phone? It's an emergency. I need to talk to you right now. Please just pick up.
What do you want from me? I thought that you never wanted to see my face ever again.
Some problems came up. There are some things that I really need to talk to you about. Would you please just pick up the phone?
Unfortunately, I still don't want to see or talk to you at all. I'm not going to pick up the phone. What's the matter anyway? What's the emergency? If you need to tell me something, you can tell me here. I am not going to talk to you on the phone.
I'm crying so much right now.
What are you talking about?
Apparently, the sale of the house didn't go through. We've already bought the new house that we're moving into. Without the money from the sale of the old house, we can't pay for the new one. What the hell are we meant to do?
Why should I know? None of this is my responsibility. You guys did this to me behind my back. Figure it out yourselves.
I wonder why there was a problem with the sale of the house. I tried asking him, but he wouldn't tell me the details.
That house is my property. It's under my name, so I stopped the sale.
Wait, what did you just say?
I knew that you guys needed the money from the sale of the house to move. I contacted the real estate agent yesterday and got the sale canceled. I'm so glad that I noticed before the sale went through. Although the sale never would have worked in the first place. The house is in my name, so you would have needed my permission and signature for the sale to go through. Did you really think that something like this would really work? Is your entire family full of idiots?
I don't understand what's going on. How could the house be in your name? That's just not possible. Isn't that house in Daniel's name? It's his house, right?
No, it's not. I was the one that purchased that house.
No way! You've got to be lying. I always thought that place was his. He was the one that bought the house.
Did you seriously think that? There's no way that he could afford to buy a house. You know how little he earns, right? He'd be lucky to rent out an old apartment room with his salary.
Wait, what are you talking about now? Is his salary really that low?
Yeah, I thought you would have known that. I'm the one that's paying off the loans for the house. There's just no way you guys could sell off the house. I had a couple of missed calls from unknown numbers. I guess that it was the real estate agency calling me to check what was going on. I really didn't expect you guys to do something this stupid though. Anyway, it was a good opportunity for me to find out how crazy you guys are.
Would you please hold on a minute? I'm having trouble trying to process what you just told me.
What part of it are you struggling to process? I thought that I explained everything to you very clearly.
You're telling me that the house that we were all living in is actually your property. Are you really the one that's paying off the loans? I still can't believe any of this.
Well, you're going to have to believe it because it's the reality.
How are we meant to pay for our new place then?
Are you seriously asking me that?
We were planning to pay for our new house with the money from the sale of that house. We already paid the down payments and we have no savings left at all. What the hell are we supposed to do?
I have no idea why you're asking me this. What do you expect me to do?
Please figure out a way to solve this. This is all your fault. You need to help us out.
How is any of this my fault? You guys decided to do this without me knowing. You and the rest of your family need to figure out what to do. You told me that I'm not part of your family, right? I have no intention of helping you guys out at all.
You're his wife, though. You need to do something to help him out.
Why do I need to do anything? Also, I'm not his wife anymore.
What did you just say?
My ex-husband was a piece of trash, so I got a divorce. Have you not heard from him at all?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about my son?
Yeah, who else would I be talking about? We discussed this a couple of days ago and decided. I had no idea he planned to try to sell my house, though. He didn't mention that when we had our conversation.
Are you telling me that we're complete strangers to each other now? Yeah, pretty much.
Have you finally realized that you guys are the ones that might become homeless?
Are you seriously going to do this to us? I had no idea things would end up like this. Are you going to abandon us completely?
Yeah, I don't see why I should help. You were telling me to enjoy my life on the streets. I don't feel like helping people that would say that to me. I'm sure you guys did this to kick me out of the house, but I guess it's kind of backfired. Now look who's going to be without a place to live.
Don't worry, we're going to be completely fine. He still has a job, so we won't have any financial problems. I guess we're just going to have to find a different place to live. Although I have no idea what I'm going to do about the money for a new place.
That's a problem that you guys are going to have to figure out yourselves. I have nothing to do with you guys anymore. It was actually the perfect timing for us to get a divorce, actually. I was kind of looking for a reason to kick you guys out of the house.
I can't believe this. How dare you talk to me like that? Are you seriously not going to help us out?
Of course I'm not going to help. We're strangers to each other. Did your husband know about any of this? I didn't think that he was the kind of person that would agree to something like this.
He didn't know any of the details. How am I meant to tell him that we have no place to live now? What are you going to do about this? You've messed up my plans completely.
Stop blaming me for any of this, you old hag. How about you take responsibility for what you've done? This was the plan that you had to solve the problems between us, right? We don't have to argue every day now that we're not going to be living together. This is perfect for both of us.
Yeah, I still don't want to live with you at all. Still, this isn't how I planned things to be. I have no idea what I'm going to do from now on.
Who cares about tomorrow? I'm happy that we don't have to live together anymore. Problem solved, right? Please don't ever contact me again. I've got to get going now. Goodbye, you old hag. I hope you and your family enjoy your lives on the street.
After that, Lona opted to confront Daniel to verify the truth of Katie's claims. Ultimately, he confessed that it was indeed Katie who financed the house, and it was registered under her name. Lona's husband remained completely oblivious to these events and became enraged upon discovering the truth of the situation. Their entire household is engulfed in a massive dispute at the moment, and there is a possibility that they will have to separate permanently. She attempted to covertly re-enter Katie's residence without consent but was apprehended by law enforcement and issued a restraining order. They are presently without a place of residence and are currently experiencing homelessness. Katie ultimately sold the expansive family residence and acquired a solitary high-rise condominium for her own occupancy. Her life appears to have undergone a remarkable improvement following the dissolution of her marriage.
David, I will be hospitalized for 2 weeks.
You're going to be hospitalized?
It turned out that I have a fractured hip.
What, the injury that's serious? I thought you just fell down the stairs of my parents' house.
Just fell down? It was a serious fall.
I guess. But you were just clumsy again. The stairs of my parents' house aren't that steep.
Aren't you supposed to worry about me?
I am worried. I'll come visit you in the hospital when I come back from my business trip.
Okay. So you'll be here in 3 days?
I think so.
Hey. There's something I want to tell you about the accident.
What is it?
You might not want to hear this, but your mother is the reason I fell down the stairs.
My mom is the reason? What do you mean?
I haven't told you about this. But your mother dislikes me. She's been harassing me since we got married.
What? But she invited you to their house and you visit her often. She invited you again this time again, didn't she?
Yes, but every time she did, she would boss me around. She would also pick at me. She would say things like she doesn't accept me as your wife.
That's the reason you fell down the stairs.
I fell down the stairs because she handed me many pieces of luggage on the landing. She piled up so many pieces of luggage on my arms that I couldn't see anything in front of me. Then she told me to carry them downstairs and pushed me.
But it was just an accident.
What?
You said my mom pushed you. But she didn't push you that hard, did she?
No, but the thing is, I did fall down the stairs.
Even so, that's not a good enough reason to blame her. Are you saying that she pushed you intentionally?
I'm not sure about it. But she does dislike me.
Even if she did, she wouldn't push you down the stairs. She is my mom.
Have a little trust in her.
Plus, it's common for the mother-in-law to dislike a daughter-in-law.
I've been distressed about it. I was sad and miserable having been told hurtful things.
It hasn't been a year since we married. I'm sure you have disagreements. She was just nagging at you. That's not a good enough reason to blame her for you falling down the stairs.
She also kicked me before when I was cleaning.
She kicked me? Perhaps her leg just bumped against you. Her sight could have been blocked.
It didn't seem so. That's why I'm telling you about it.
You two seemed to be getting along well when we visited their house together. What happened?
It's partly my fault because I didn't speak out. But I didn't because I wanted your mother to accept me. I just wanted to get along with her. But after this accident, I realized that it will never happen.
Mia, why don't you try making a compromise?
I should make a compromise?
My mom raised me, and I know she's not the kind of person who would do such a thing behind my back. She is not the kind of person who would hold a grudge, she's rather the opposite. First of all, she's never said anything bad about you. I'm honestly shocked to hear you blame my mom for the accident.
I'm just telling you what happened.
Still, it's also your fault that you fell down the stairs.
It may be, but
See? You shouldn't put the blame on my mom.
you don't believe me?
It's not about if I believe you or not. I'm just telling you my opinion from my perspective. Do you have proof that my mom harassed you?
No, but.
I thought so. I will believe you if you showed me proof. It's a matter of perception that you feel harassed. You're just taking things too personally. I don't want to believe you based on your one-sided story.
Okay. I won't talk about this again.
It's okay as long as you understood. She's my mother, I just want you to get along with her. Any family has in-law issues. You should learn to deal with it. It's an emergency. My mom got into an accident.
Seriously? Is she okay?
Fortunately, the injury was not life-threatening. But she broke her arm. She'll need care at home for a while.
I see.
And I want you to care for her. She broke her good arm and has an injury on the other. She can't do things on her own. She will leave the hospital in 2 days.
Wait. Do you want me to take care of her?
I have work, you know. You are a stay-at-home wife. And you're fully recovered now, aren't you?
I am, but. I don't want to take care of her.
What? Do you still believe that she pushed you down the stairs?
It's not just about her pushing me down the stairs. I told you I didn't want to go to your parents' house again. I don't want to experience anything like the accident again. It would be best for me and your mother to not see each other.
My mom came to our house and cooked for us when you couldn't do the chores. But you're not going to help her in return when she's injured? I don't remember any issues occurring for the past couple of months. Or did my mom harass you behind my back?
I never asked her to come to her house. She didn't harass me only because you told her. You told her everything. I can't believe you told her everything I said.
I told her everything to confirm the facts. Was that a problem?
She's been playing a perfect mother-in-law in front of you. Couldn't you imagine what would happen if he told her everything? That you would put me in jeopardy? No bully would answer yes when asked if they're a bully.
Are we still talking about it? Show me proof of harassment first.
You killed the opportunity for me to show you proof. At any rate, I'm not going to their house. You should take a paid leave if she needs care.
I hate to say something like this. But who do you think is putting a roof over your head? No son wants to hear someone say bad things about his own mother.
I didn't want to say things like this. But I shouldn't put my life in danger to keep the truth from you. I thought you would believe me. I gathered the courage to tell you everything.
Anyway, you will care for my mom. Fulfill your responsibility as my wife.
I can't care for someone who's been harassing me.
The decision is final. Care for her even if you don't want to. If you can't, I'll have to think about a divorce.
Do you want a divorce? Because I don't care for your mother?
It's not because of my mom. Don't blame her for everything. Maybe the truth is that you dislike my mom. Not the other way around.
I'm so done. I will not care for your mother no matter what. I will not listen to you.
Mia! You're going to care for my mom. Go to their house the day after tomorrow.
2 days later.
Mia. My mom called me. She told me you haven't gone to their house yet.
I told you I would never go to their house, remember? She must be fine on her own if she can use her phone. She's not hospitalized like I was.
I don't know if my mom harassed you or not. But just forget about it. I will seriously get a divorce if you don't go to care for her. I'm telling you. I will get a divorce right now.
Are you sure? Then let's get a divorce today.
What?
I've been thinking that a divorce would be the only solution. I already got the papers ready. I will sign the papers right now.
Hold on. Are we actually getting a divorce?
Yeah? You said you wanted a divorce too, didn't you? You said do you do it right now?
I only said it because you weren't going to care for my mom.
I will never, ever take care of your mother. So I'll get a divorce just like you said.
Are you serious right now?
I wouldn't get a divorce as a joke. Would you? You brought up a divorce because that's what you wanted.
I wasn't going to get a divorce if you would care for my mom.
I said I will not. Don't make me say the same thing over and over again.
Are you sure you want to get a divorce over such a trivial thing?
Wow, look who's talking. You brought up a divorce.
I did, but
I don't consider it a trivial matter. Your mother has been harassing me since we got married and I've endured it. I made every effort to get along with her. But things didn't change for the better, and I fell down the stairs and got injured. I gathered the courage to tell you about the harassment, but you didn't believe me. Not only that, but you also put a blame on me.
I didn't see my mom harassing you.
I'm fed up with your attitude of not taking me seriously. Your mother's harassment led me to think about a divorce. But you're ultimately the reason I want a divorce.
Hold on. We should rethink a divorce.
Why?
I can't wrap my head around this.
You are the one who wanted a divorce. It's too late now. I'm going to leave home. Let me know when you fill out the divorce papers.
No, wait. Let's talk it out when I get home. So please don't leave home.
No! I want a divorce! I came to the conclusion that I can't stay married to you anymore.
I'm sorry. I wasn't serious about getting a divorce. I just wanted you to care for my mom.
You thought you could control me if you brought up a divorce? You thought I would do anything you tell me because I'm a stay-at-home housewife living off your salary.
I didn't mean to.
You didn't mean to what? That's exactly why you brought up a divorce. I'm not your slave or your mother's. I don't want to be forced to do anything against my will or put up with a crappy marriage. I didn't get married to be provided for by you.
My words came off the wrong way. I'm sorry.
That's not the point. I told you about being pushed down the stairs and being harassed. But you never took me seriously and assumed that I was overthinking. You told your mother everything I said without understanding our relationship. You're the worst husband for me.
I was inconsiderate.
You weren't inconsiderate. You knew what was going on and still decided to ignore it. Your mother didn't say mean things to me obviously when you were around. But she served me a different meal than the rest of you every time we went to their house. Whenever she'd bring a gift, she'd only give it to you. Don't act like you don't know it.
I thought she just favored me because I'm her son.
Would you still think so if you were in my place? If you went to my parents' house and all of us were eating a nice steak, but they only served you soup and bread, would you not feel miserable?
I'm sorry. But I thought every family had some in-law issues.
So was I supposed to just endure it? Even if I was pushed down the stairs? Oh, right. You assumed that I just fell down the stairs by myself because I don't have a proof. That's what you believe.
Mia, I'm sorry. I will pay more attention from now on. I won't ask you to care for my mom. It was all my fault. Please forgive me.
My ex-husband and I discussed it for over a month and finally came to the agreement to get a divorce. I couldn't demand him compensation as he didn't cheat on me or anything. But I received an adequate amount of property as part of the divorce settlement and do not regret my decision. What makes me happier is that I have nothing to do with him and his mother now. Word on the street is that the relationship between him and his mother has worsened since the divorce. His mother blamed him for not having a knife for women. He blamed his mother for the divorce. I will never forgive his mother for harassing me. But what was more unforgivable to me was his attitude. He will keep making the same mistake again until he realizes his problems. I've been staying at my parents' house after the divorce and taking the time to heal my wounds. Having said that, I can't dwell in the past forever, so I started looking for a job. I still feel annoyed whenever I think about him and his mother. But I won't let them get in my way. I decided to get over it and move on and be happier than them. That's what I believe is the best revenge against them. Gray, is it true that you're going to inherit your family's business?
I am. Is that a problem?
Is it that rundown diner that you're inheriting, right? Frankly speaking, I believe you should focus on pursuing a regular job instead. There is no future prospect for that place.
Ruby, that's not true. I think you're confused. I am determined to sustain the continuity of the business. It has been in existence since my grandfather's era.
Considering your graduation from the economics department, however, don't you believe it would be wise for you to seek employment in a traditional profession? You might even have the opportunity to secure a position at a reputable company.
The sole reason I opted for economics was to acquire knowledge on managing the shop. I don't know if it was even that helpful.
Then how much do you expect to make? It probably won't meet your expectations.
Even if that's the case, I should make at least $7,500.
$7,500? For real?
That's a low estimate. I should make at least that much. I can easily live off of that.
Oh, so that's how things are. I see you and I are quite different.
What's different about us? Ruby? Ruby, where'd you go? We're going to the after party together, right?
I'm going with someone else.
Huh? Who's this other person?
I've been with you up until now because you're attractive. And also because you're pretty popular among our circle. But I can date someone with no future. After graduating, we're done. I'll be graduating from our relationship too.
Seriously? This is so out of the blue. I haven't heard you mention anything about this before. If that's really how you feel, you should have told me sooner.
I held out being with you until we graduated, so you should be grateful. The fact that you're taking over the poor family diner after graduating shows how you don't care about me at all. It's so embarrassing. You're not thinking realistically whatsoever.
Me not being realistic? I was just trying to take on inheriting my family's business, which I explained to you.
Yeah, but you have no common sense. You're graduating from a good university. And you have me as your girlfriend, yet you're not even looking for a proper job. How do you expect to support me with an annual salary of $7,500?
Huh? Annual salary?
You sound like an idiot asking me to live with you on $7,500. There's no way I can be with a guy like that. Anyways, I'm already dating someone with a stable income.
What do you mean you're seeing someone? Is that the reason why we haven't been able to see each other much recently? You've been two-timing me?
What? It's not a big deal. You know this is all your fault, right? You're the one saying that you're going to inherit some shabby diner. I wasted 3 years of my life in college with you. I really thought there was hope for your future. I had no idea you would betray me like this.
I'm not the one betraying you. You're the one betraying me. What are you claiming that I did?
At this rate, I would like to get married soon, and I don't want to work. I did kind of try looking for a job, but my dream is to be a rich housewife. If I married a guy who makes an annual salary of $7,500, then my dream of becoming a housewife would never come true. That's why I've given up on you. This is how it is, so you should give up on me too. We'll find people who suit us better. You'll find someone who can love you in your poor lifestyle.
Why do you have to say it like that? I actually thought about our future a lot. I thought about telling you today after the party, but I had no idea this would happen. I can't believe we date for 3 years, all for it to end because of you cheating. That's so sad.
It's not cheating, it's called having an insurance plan. I just had a plan B to ensure my future. My future happiness is the most important.
Whatever, nothing that I can say will change the situation. Have a happy life.
Good luck with that rundown business. Your low-level life is waiting for you.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god, I can't believe a low life like you is going to the college reunion.
Long time no see. I would never expect meeting the ex-girlfriend that dumped me right out of college at our reunion.
Well, you're making $7,500 at a crappy diner. What else was I supposed to do?
Oh yeah, you made fun of me for that. I'm sorry about the crappy diner. If you're happy now, then I guess it was for the best.
Yeah, everything's going well. At the very least, I'm glad I'm not a knife like you. I'm not married yet, but I will be soon.
I'm glad to hear that. You said that your dream was to get married and become a rich housewife, right? Well, I wish you luck.
I can't believe you confidently show your face at the reunion. If it were me, I could never do that.
Can you quit calling me a lowlife? If it's about me, I don't care, but I don't want my business to be made fun of. And no matter how you look at things, my place is not low level.
It's absolutely low level since you're making $7,500 per year. Are you still running that place? You're really working hard even though you should have quit by now. How about I marry you if you get a normal job? I bet you want to rekindle our old spark, right?
Oh, I'll pass. I'd never be able to love someone who cheats on and throws away their partner.
Your life has been ruined ever since I left you and you became poor.
Well, actually, I make $7,500 per month.
You're lying, you low-life prick.
You're trying to one-up me based on a misunderstanding, so I thought I'd correct you. Since my family's diner is old, you just rudely assumed that it was run down. And you treated me like I was a low-life poor person. But my family's diner is a long-established popular restaurant that is very profitable.
Huh? A long-established restaurant?
I'm not making $7,500 in a year. I'm making that in a month ever since graduating college.
You're kidding, right? $7,500 per month? Huh.
Well, at first I couldn't use all the profits. Because I invested into capital, renovations, improvements, and even expanding the building, all to widen the scope of the business. I even opened a new diner at the beginning of this year. Now, I'm making double what I used to make, and because of that I'm living a far different lifestyle than a low life.
Huh. This isn't some big joke.
This isn't a joke! There's no point in joking. I'm proud of my work. I would never lie about my work. I loved my family shop 5 years ago. No, I've loved it since day one. I'm so happy that I was able to contribute to the business.
I seriously thought that you were just making food to add some trappy diner.
What are you saying? I'm not even a good cook. Come on, Ruby. You should know this.
I know, but don't you have to train for the job?
If I did, that would waste too much of my time. Of course, I'm entrusting the skilled chefs that have been working with us for some time now. It's a pretty big restaurant, so it's not like one person can handle everything anyways. I'm in charge of managing everything.
So you're not running a small poor diner in the countryside?
I never said that I was. Maybe things were like that when my grandpa first started. But it's a well-established restaurant that's been around for more than 60 years. My dad is still the head manager, so I'll be taking on his role.
Huh? This is nothing like what you previously told me. I don't know what's going on. You're telling me that the reason why you didn't look for a job is because you knew that you could make more money than a typical company employee?
That's not why. Why can't you understand? I never even thought about becoming a typical company employee in the first place. No matter how much money I can make, I always had planned to take over the family business. Now, I'm super busy as the manager expanding the business.
I see. I guess I misunderstood. I'm sorry, Gray.
Even if you apologize now, it's not like I'm mad, so it's fine.
Really? So you forgive me?
I don't know about forgiving, but I'm not really mad about anything. I'm not interested, so it doesn't matter.
You're lying about not being interested in me, right? You still like me, right? Since we dated for 3 whole years. Of course, you still like me.
I don't know how you can view things in such a positive way. How could I possibly like you?
What are you saying? Be honest about your feelings. Do you want to get back together with me? It was my fault, and it's not like you're mad anymore anyways.
Even if you were to totally turn things around, I never want to go back to how things were, so there's no point in trying. I'm already engaged.
What? You're engaged?
I'm getting married January of next year. I have a fiancé, so I don't care about you anymore, Ruby. You're just a girl I dated in college and nothing more.
No way! That girl must be a gold digger.
Huh?
She must be. Since you're rich now. If you're rich, then she's definitely just in it for the money. You should choose me instead. I've known you before you became rich, and I love you more than anyone.
You say that so boldly. Yet, you're the one who decided to move on to another guy and throw me away when you decided I had no money. Even if you say all this now, it doesn't mean that I will ever plan on taking you back.
Don't talk like that. We were in love, remember?
I haven't forgotten about what happened forever ago, and we had a terrible breakup. And now you're unemployed, right?
Who, me? What are you saying? No, I'm not.
Some of our fellow classmates were saying that. Even though you complained relentlessly about someone else's job prospects, you yourself are now unemployed. You quit your job, right?
That's not true. I'm just preparing to be a bride now. Since my dream is to get married and be a housewife. I quit my job thinking that I would marry my ex-boyfriend, but when I did that, he laughed at me for wanting to be a housewife in this day and age. So yeah, I got dumped. He's awful, right? He really hurt me. So you can make me feel better, right, Gray? I think it's fate to be together.
Don't make me laugh.
Huh?
This is the karma that you deserve. This is the life you've chosen for yourself. I'm happy with the life I've chosen, so I don't have time to interact with a trashy woman like you.
Wait. Are you referring to me?
Who else would I be talking about? Stop trying to serve men. Why don't you try living for yourself for once?
Don't be so mean. I want to become a housewife and I don't want to work.
You think like that and try to get a man who makes money, so it makes sense why your partner would be so awful. Bye-bye. Unfortunately for you, I didn't turn out to be as low life of a loser as you expected. You need to figure stuff on your own.
Ultimately, Ruby made desperate attempts to entice Gray, yet he outright refused her, causing her to hit rock bottom. Mocked by her former classmates for her unemployment and desperate quest for a husband, Ruby reached her breaking point. Despite Ruby's persistent pleas to reconcile with Gray, he promptly blocked her, ensuring he would never have to read another message from her. In due course, Gray tied the knot with his fiancée, hosting a magnificent ceremony that would ignite envy in many, while Ruby, naturally, was not extended an invitation. Overwhelmed with shame in the presence of her parents, Ruby embarked on a job hunt in an attempt to restore her dignity. It appears that it will take quite some time before she finds a partner for marriage.